Hey, what is up, viewers? How are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ishan, aka the Rage God, the Stealth Gamer, and whatever the nicknames you know me from. Welcome to my channel, guys. Thanks for clicking the video. Today we are going to play The Testament of Sherlock Holmes um, on live stream. So first of all, I want to say I love the Sherlock Holmes series, and I have done gameplay, uh, another video series on another Sherlock Holmes games. If you want to check that out, go check out, go check it out on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel name is WarGamingTV. W capital G capital T capital, no spaces. Okay, everything else small. Go check it out on my YouTube channel. And yeah, that game's that Sherlock Holmes game's name is let me Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. That game is called Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. So go check that out. And also, I'm really excited for the new Sherlock Holmes, which is going to launch in, I think, 2021 this year, or probably, yeah, I think it will launch in mid or late 2021. And if you check it out on Steam or other stores, they have already released some details for chapter 1 of the game, so you can go check that out. So yeah, I have been to tell you a little bit of um, information or history or story, whatever. I like all this detective stuff, you know. I have been a huge fan of Sherlock Holmes since I was a child. No, I did not read books of Sherlock Holmes because I really found reading books very boring at that time. I wasn't that much studious, you know, but I liked anything related to imagination and detective and all that stuff. I remember watching, yeah, anything related to that, detective movies, TV serial, TV shows, games, whatever. I love them. And I watched all the Sherlock Holmes movies and stuff, you know. I The new Sherlock Holmes movies are nice. The one with Benedict Cumberbatch, they are nice. He has done good acting. And the one with the movie, I think there's a new movie called Anella Holmes or Canella Holmes, something. That is also nice. Um, but those are not, they are good. But my most favorite is the olden Sherlock Holmes movie. If you go on YouTube, you'll find them. There's an old Sherlock Holmes TV series. Uh, I don't know I remember, I forgot the name of this thing. Wait a second. This guy, what's his name? The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. It's called The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes. And Jeremiah Brett. The guy's name is Jeremiah Brett. You should really check it out. It's really old series, but it is like classic. It's beautiful, timeless. Go check it out. The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes. But before you go there, wait a second. Subscribe to my channel, okay? And watch this video till the end. All right? Don't ruin my audience retention. And no, this is not what you think. Basically, I was drinking some water. My nipples are not. I'm a guy, come on. But anyways, we're gonna play Testament of Sherlock Holmes today. I had this game in my library for a long time now. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel. Kind reminder, please subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Twitch. All the links, whatever, to my different channels are down in the video description. If you're on Twitch, they are down. I think you will find only YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you will find all the links. Okay, so please do that. Also watch the video till the end and leave a like. And my intro is done, don't worry. Let's go. You have to do this stuff when you're on YouTube or when you're doing videos and stuff. So I'm playing this first hand, experiencing this game first hand just like you. So yeah, I'm gonna solve the case and whatever, just like you first hand. This is not, I haven't read any this thing, or I haven't played this game before. I don't know why they have given a little bit of horror kind of, you know, weird. I'm playing this at 12:30 midnight. So you know, this is kind of weird for me to play this game at night. Kind of scary.
What's this?
Being a Sherlock Holmes fan, I really find this a little bit creepy. But of course, being a Sherlock Holmes fan, you always have to think of the reasons, you know. Everything has a reason and a logic. Just because you don't know it, it doesn't automatically become scary.
Ooh.
This background music
look,
is not
it's
really
a book.
fitting to. They have made this scary because of the
Maybe it's a
background
book
music.
about
If you
pirates with a treasure map.
just do with this cutscene.
No, I don't think so. I wish that I had seen through all your lies. Oh, start from the beginning, not the middle. And so I decided to pick up my pen to relate the most disturbing episode of my life thus far.
It all began early one morning in 1898 when Sherlock Holmes invited me to accompany him on a visit to the Marquis of Conyngham.
There you go.
Watson, my dear fellow, we can now go and inform the Marquis that we have found the Samoan necklace, and very much faster than Inspector Baines, too, which pleases me.
Have you really solved the theft, Holmes? And so quickly?
I have indeed, Watson, and believe me, it was completely unnecessary to spread out all over London, as our friend Baines thought was best. He likes to boast that his methods are equal to mine, but once again the outcome has contradicted him.
After all these years of accompanying you upon your investigations, I thought that by now I should be reasonably capable of following your train of thought. But in this particular case, I must admit that I don't understand anything at all.
Just like
you
every
see,
time, Watson.
but you do not observe, Watson. There lies the difference. It is a matter of course.
A matter of course? In the middle of the night, when everyone is fast asleep, the service bell within that room rings out and alerts the servants. They dress quickly and come running, but the door is locked and there is a strong smell of burning from within. A few seconds later, the master of the house himself, the robbed Marchioness's husband, the Marquis of Conyngham, arrives and unlocks the door using the sole key. A fire has started inside the room, but they have managed to arrive in time to put it out. It is at that moment that the Marquis realizes that the famous Samoan necklace, which had been safe within its glass cabinet only a few hours earlier, has now disappeared.
In order to explain, let us confirm my theory before the arrival of Inspector Baines.
Okay, cool. So we have a case of stolen necklace. And something was burnt here. Someone rang the bell. Strangely, someone rang the bell, but nobody was inside when the Mac, whatever his name is, the house owner came in. they managed to put out this thing, fire. So someone must have ran away from the window. I see something. Cracked glass. Look at the broken showcase and click on it. This one?
This window was cut with a diamond. A clean, discreet piece of work. This is where the necklace was.
See how tiny the hole is, and not one fingerprint upon the window.
So this was a... After the clue is examined, the icon will turn green. Please move Sherlock Holmes near the left window. You should see 2 clues. Why would you give us the clue before we find it? But anyways, we found it. So whenever you examine the clue, it turns green. To the enter examination mode with multi-zone, press this. You can switch cursors between this and this. Okay, cool.
A mark undoubtedly made by a diamond. Someone tried to cut the glass, but he was interrupted.
Therefore, the thief tried to escape through the window, but he was interrupted.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Oh, so he went through. You'll see the hand icon on magnifying glass. Take it by clicking on it. Near the piano, some music scores are on the floor. Activate an app by selecting the enter directly in the game screen.
Let us examine the crumpled scores that have fallen off the piano. Nothing of interest here. These sooty prints were left by a tiny hand.
I don't understand why these music scores are covered with soot.
Ghost person. Okay, cool. Oh, it's also point and click. So I like to find the clues without any help, you know. Nothing behind there.
Not very well kept, this aquarium. I can see a dead fish floating on the surface.
A bell rang.
Footprints. You are not going to get on your knees to examine them.
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started.
Yeah, it must have been
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
Yeah, I think he must have done like this thing and, you know, knocked it over. He must be trying to go through the chimney.
Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it. All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Yeah, I was trying to look at that
Candle.
one.
It must have fallen from the chandelier.
Why did he hang on the chandelier?
These documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself. This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
Oh, okay.
Strange, there aren't any prints, yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
That is strange.
What do you think, Holmes?
Let us search the room before the police get here. We might throw some light onto all this.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
We have retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room,
He must
there
be
was
like
no
a
one to be
tiny man
seen.
from
An
the
acrobat,
movie
perhaps,
Ocean's
but an
11 or
invisible
Ocean's
one?
13,
I
something
do
like
not
that.
think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
There
Half
is
a point
way.
for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I am pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then, explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know. Because he is very small? Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small, small and remarkably agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
And a trained monkey at that, without a doubt,
Oh.
a Leontopithecus rosalia from Central America. The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle. Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
But this
And the
is
necklace?
like too much, you know?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson, a poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium where they remain now.
Oh, wow.
Marquis, here is your necklace, intact, just a little wet.
Mr. Holmes, this brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the
It's a
authenticity of your
little
jewel?
bit disappointing.
No, I recognize
man.
it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Good. I will return it to its box and...
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
It's a little bit of disappointing, you know, when it's so easy and little bit illogical, you know, about the monkey thing, because
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet. And I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
But let's
you
let's
insist.
this was just an introductory kind of story or whatever, prologue. I didn't hear what they said. This morning's newspaper, Holmes, have you read this article about you? No, Watson, not yet. Read it before you read. It's outrageous if you insist.
Prince Woodville, French culinary expert and bagpipe player, might be our next king. That's not so shocking, my dear fellow.
You know exactly to which article I'm referring, Holmes. How can Farley dare to tarnish your reputation like that?
You know, Watson, that wherever glory walks, jealousy is bound to follow. As for the forgery of the necklace, I suspect that we shall soon be enlightened in this regard. Come in, Inspector Baines, the door's open.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. How did you know I was here?
You are one of our rare visitors who avoids the second-to-last step of the stairs, which creaks dreadfully. And if I add the clinking of the handcuffs at your belt, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit, Inspector?
Have you read that rag?
Inspector, I assume that you have the fake necklace with you. It's why you're here. Your superiors would like me to examine it.
Indeed. They would like you to confirm or deny putting this fake in the box.
Can't that wait? I must go to the house of Lord Peregrine Maitland, the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
Inspector, can you explain this slander? Has the necklace of the Samoas really been replaced by a fake?
I don't know how the reporter got hold of the information, but it's true. About the necklace, of course. I wouldn't permit myself to question the integrity and honesty of Mr. Holmes.
The necklace is a forgery? Impossible! I saw the Marquis authenticated before my very eyes, before Holmes returned it to its place.
Mr. Holmes, the Marquis believes Osmond Farley's theory. I shouldn't be surprised if the reporter isn't behind all this slander about you. He's a freelancer, well known for his explosive and subjective articles. In any case, the Marquis assures us that you were the last person to have the necklace in your hands.
It is
Let's
possible
return
that
to the
Holmes must
Marquis's
have
house, Holmes. I'm sure that we'll
sneaked in.
have no trouble in taking apart this theory.
It is unnecessary. Such allegations collapse on their own, like one of Mrs. Hudson's soufflés. Let us leave the police to solve this problem and turn our attention to the matters in hand.
Perhaps you are right, Holmes.
And the Marchioness?
She is beside herself. Without the necklace, her marriage is compromised. It is the principal item of the young woman's dowry.
What a
Dowry.
lovely marriage. Holmes, forgive me for insisting, but don't you want to examine the fake jewelry?
Watson, I have an appointment, and it's out of the question that I arrive late.
It will only take you a couple of minutes. You really must quell the suspicions put forward in this appalling article. If you will allow me, Inspector.
Be my guest.
Very well.
I'm feeling sleepy, man. I feel like in this game there's a forced only one course of action, you know, whereas the other game which I played, Crimes and Punishment, Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishment, we have to join the clues, you know, and we can come across wrong conclusions. So it's a kind of like shape your own story, choices matter kind of thing. Authentic or not.
These 3 pearls are of poor quality.
Oh,
This pearl is a different color. This pearl is too small. It is not in its place here. Too many defects. This necklace is a fake. This is nothing but a vulgar copy, and at a glance it would appear that the forger has intended for it to be seen as such.
How could we have been fooled by such a blatant imitation? I don't understand.
Yes, how is it possible? Holmes, do you have a theory about this?
I have absolutely no idea. You insisted that I examine the necklace, and I have done so. Now it is important that I keep my appointment. I'm sure, Inspector, that you will throw some light on this affair.
Holmes.
You may accompany me, Watson, if you care to do so.
Goodbye, gentlemen. I'll keep you informed as to my inquiries.
Goodbye, Inspector. You mentioned a bishop, didn't you? Are we going to his home?
Yes, the Bishop of Knightsbridge. I put his address on our map of London on my desk. Would you get it for me, please?
All right, Holmes.
oh, we control Dr. Watson now.
The work table, where Holmes analyzes things. Holmes's homemade analyzer.
There's the map,
I have found your map.
just as usual.
The police? Already? How did you know?
May we see the Bishop of Knightsbridge?
Yes. Yes, of course. But come in.
What did he mean by how do you know?
What has happened, Reverend?
What?
I don't know. It was last night, I think. I only just arrived, and I have made this macabre discovery. My God. How horrible. I haven't called anyone. How did you know that?
Holmes, look!
The Bishop, appallingly mutilated.
How dreadful.
Mutilated. And killed. He was such a good man. How could anyone be so brutal? Look at him. He is barely recognizable now. How could any of God's children be responsible for that?
They were evidently unworthy children, Reverend. Now do please try to calm yourself and focus, because we will need your assistance. Do you have any idea as to the motive behind this?
I haven't had time to do an inventory, but nothing appears to have been stolen. And anyway, His Excellency didn't own anything of great value. I don't know what else I can tell you.
Note this down, please, Doctor.
Doctor? But you aren't the police?
No, Reverend. I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We are here at the request of the Bishop.
In that case, I must ask you to leave, and not to touch anything. I must get in touch with the authorities without further delay.
Reverend, when the inspectors of Scotland Yard find themselves at a dead end, which they quite often do, I assure you, then they turn to me for help. If you will allow us to continue our investigation, then you shall have the answers to all of your questions.
Out of the question. I don't even know you. I'm going to call the police, whether you like it or not.
It would be better for everyone, Reverend, if you kept your temper. Watson, are you taking notes? This affair promises to be a complex one. Therefore, we must not overlook the slightest detail.
Yes, Holmes. I am keeping a meticulous set of notes. I have created a very clever deduction board. One thing we can be sure of at the moment is that this crime was not for gain. The Reverend has informed us that nothing valuable was stolen, and indeed, it would seem that the Bishop had nothing of any worth to take.
Very good, Watson. Do continue.
Are they gonna tell us? Investigation to Bishop Knight's murder. What was that? Make the right deductions based on the facts, okay.
A broken file and blood near the neck.
What a strange smell. Phew, chemical components, I think.
So here's the deduction thing which I talked about, really nice. Very good.
This stove is filled to overflowing.
A broken bottle of whiskey. However, the Bishop of Knightsbridge was known for his sobriety.
There is blood on this paperweight.
Damn, so he must have been mutilated. His hand, you know, especially his hand.
A bottle of whiskey. I can make out fingerprints stained with blood and dirt.
It would seem that the brutes who tortured the bishop to death were intoxicated with alcohol.
He was also tied with it, so... Where's our magnifying glass? Damn it.
A whip?
No, it is a discipline for self-flagellation.
Flagellation.
This metal rod is for fastening the chilies.
What is all of
It's
this?
a cilice designed to bruise the person wearing it. The bishop wore it as repentance. This very pious man must have had the habit of mortifying his flesh as a means of repentance.
That's not really the way, is it? To repent.
I need something. Impossible to open it. Reverend, I'm missing something, an implement with which to open this chest. Could you tell me where to find it?
No, go to the devil.
What are you afraid of, Reverend? What is inside the chest?
I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, I do have the necessary implements, but if I have to give them to anyone, it will be to a representative of the law and no one else.
Oh, come on, Reverend.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson, footprints can often provide more vital information than the very best of informants.
Yes, if you know how to make them talk, that is.
It's child's play, Watson. We will begin by excluding the contaminating prints, which are yours and mine from where we came in, and those of our dear Reverend who was so impatient to call the police. I need something. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. A fragment of stone. Peculiar. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers.
So this is of a laborer.
This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. It is not a laborer's shoe. This print came from an expensive hobnail boot. This print. Nothing of interest here. Nothing of interest here. Size 9. Size 9. Size 9. Size 9.5. Size 9.5.
So this one.
Size 9.
We need to study this more.
A surgical scalpel covered in blood.
Should they try to remove blood from his neck?
The picture of Peregrine Maitland, commander of the infantry brigade of Her Majesty's Guards at Waterloo.
The Bishop of Knightsbridge has the same name as his ancestor, an illustrious family.
Now let's examine the bishop. I'm sorry.
The fingers have been crushed and violently struck. The fingers. His forearms have been ripped. Pieces of skin have been torn off. What do you think, Watson?
I'd say that he was eaten alive. Yet I've noticed a curious degeneration of the skin tissue around the wounds.
Yeah, true. One of this thing is
A finger. Apparently, it doesn't belong to the Bishop of Knightsbridge.
How dreadful.
what?
This poor man was tied just below the knees.
To stop him from walking, certainly, but mostly to free his feet. These burns are terrible.
His feet have been burned.
My first impression is that he wears a size 9 shoe.
You? But what does it matter, Holmes? My God, Holmes, this man was horribly tortured.
Something is missing here.
Oh, yes? And what might that be?
His shoes. Watson, his shoes are missing.
Wow. Okay.
You have no right to search here.
What should we do next, Holmes? His stomach is covered in scratches. Quite evidently, they weren't made recently.
So, these wounds were not made by his murderers.
May have been made by himself.
A piece of rope that was used to tie up that poor man.
Damn, how did I not notice that and still pick it up? Now let's look at his face.
His chest has been lacerated, I would say, with a very sharp and fine blade. There isn't any doubt the wounds on the bishop were administered with this scalpel. You can see by his expression that he suffered terribly.
His mouth is covered in blood, and I can make out strips of skin between his teeth. My dear friend, everything points to this man having gnawed at his own forearms.
That's unbelievable, Holmes.
So he must be going crazy or something.
You can
His mouth.
Sheesh.
This door has not been...
To His Excellency's room. There is just a mattress and a stool.
We'll see.
The bishop's bedroom. It is... closed. The veranda door hasn't been forced. Strange. Reverend, might I have the key?
No! You have no authority here. Let me call the police.
Perhaps we should listen to him, Holmes.
Perhaps you should let me get on with this, Watson. Closed.
Lot of things.
Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it seems recent. Hobnail boot. Hobnail. Well-worn size 9. Size 9. Size 9.5. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes, and it's hobnail boots. Hobnail.
So there were 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 these things of laborer shoe.
Well-worn shoes with an odd pattern on the soles. Nothing of it. This print came from an expensive pair.
be one guy. What did the footprints reveal?
That's not right.
My Joyce overloaded no. Left the room wearing different shoes.
Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here.
Yep.
That's not right. That's not right.
This is guesswork.
Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again. But one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
You have no right.
Let us look at our deduction.
Yeah, that is correct. Wealth. Isham didn't own anything of the value, not even his safe. Okay. Murderers are looking for something specific. Murderers must have gotten the wrong person.
Let us look at our deduction.
God damn it, man. Something rang.
A broken bottle.
There is blood. This paperweight was used. The picture of Peregrine.
The bishop of...
Impossible. I need... Impossible. These traces reveal that the thieves tried to open this chest. The bishop... I cannot leave now.
You have no right to search.
What do you want me to do, man?
Impossible to... These... I need... Closed. Closed. Let us look at...
Okay, let's go one by one. His shoes are missing. One of the murderers left in different shoes. Left wearing bishop shoes. Alright. Bishop didn't own anything of value even in his safe. The veranda wasn't searched. So the murderers are looking for something specific. Alright. Murderers are poor. Some of the murderers came back for shoes. What do you want me to do? Let's see what happens. Oh, the game crashed. Great. Oh man. Again?
A broken file and blood.
What a
This step. A finger.
How? This
To stop it.
is you. His you.
These a piece of rope. The thing.
My.
He's so. His for.
I.
I think he may have been addicted to
His chest.
pain. He may be going mad or something. But surely there was
You
a
can see
robbery.
by his.
His my dear.
That's.
Something is missing.
Oh yes.
His shoes. A bottle. A bottle of whiskey.
A broken. It would.
There is blood. This paperweight.
The bit.
These I am Reverend,
No,
what are you afraid of?
I'm not.
A whip.
No. This metal rod is for fastening the chilies. It's a silice. This This door.
To His Excellency's room.
The bishop. Clove around.
Perhaps. There isn't.
Watch where you're putting your feet, Watson. Have you noticed these prints upon the ground?
Well, yes, those muddy marks.
See here, Watson.
Yeah.
I need something. Size 9. Size. Size 9.5. Size 9.
So this is a right foot coming in, right foot going out, left foot going out,
Size 9.
left foot going out. So 9, 9. So this one matches this one. So this is the same shoe, whereas this is a different shoe.
Size 9. A fragment of well-worn hobnail boots like those. Nothing. Hobnail boots like those worn by laborers. Hobnail. This print came from an expensive pair of. This print. Hobnail boot. Hobnail. Well-worn shoe. That's not right. Perfect. We now know that there were 3 crooks. These traces. This stove is.
You have no.
What should we do next?
I need some. This print came from an expensive pair of shoes. This print came from an expensive, well-worn shoes. I cannot. Closed. Closed. I need.
What do you think, Holmes?
Something else is missing here.
I need. That's not right. That's not. Strange but true. One of the crooks was wearing a different pair of shoes when he left here. Therefore, we have 3 men who came in and left again, but one of them was wearing a different pair of shoes from the ones which he came in with.
So, all we have to do is look for a workman who likes Italian shoes.
You have no right to search here.
Let us look at... Let us look at...
There's nothing to look at. What do you want me to do?
Closed. Closed. Closed.
I'm gonna have to Google this stupidity.
You have no...
Let us... Perfect. It is evident that the Bishop of Knightsbridge's killers were after something specific, and that they did not find it. Reverend, I shall ask you one more time. Open the chest. The item they were seeking must still be inside. It is unlikely that they will let this matter rest. They will most certainly return to finish what they started.
And I'm telling you once more, the chest is locked and shall remain so.
Very well. We have reached an impasse. You are a stubborn man, Reverend. Watson, accompany our friend to the police station and return with Inspector Baines. Baines and no one else. I shall wait for you here. Go. Alone at last. Now I can continue my investigation. I am missing these. This lock should be easy to pick. Let's see. That's not right. That's not... That's not right. That's not...
How am I supposed to pick a lock? I've never picked a lock.
That's not...
I'm just wasting your time, you know.
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
Oh my god, there was... Yeah, I didn't...
There isn't anything much in this room. It must be used as a reading or meditation room. An ink stain, quite fresh. This stain is just on the edge of the rug. Let's see. There is nothing on the floor, yet the ink must have soaked through the rug. An ink stain. Apparently, someone wanted to hide this statue. This horse resembles a... There is a message underneath this...
No lack of imagination. Use your passion for chess. The last square on the which knight will place himself. After having covered all the others will be the right one. I love you. Okay. Okay.
This message was written by a woman, but for whom was it intended? Interesting, this chess game.
So we'll install the chess game in a moment.
This inkwell was tipped over. The ink stain on the floor comes from the ink on the rug, but...
So let's turn this.
That is curious. There is something strange on the floor. Certain stones have been marked out, just like a chessboard. That is curious. I need...
If you're like a master of chess, you must know.
That's not right. Stop. That's not right.
Holy fucking shit, now you want to play chess. Are you serious? Fuck off.
That's not right.
I'm just gonna go around in circles. This actually might work, I think. Wow.
This last piece should be the good one. It will have to be pulled free.
What do you mean?
I need something.
April, Mala, what a beautiful spring and what a marvelous day. Our dearest youngest child's birthday. Every moment is so precious that our child blossom, and without a doubt he will soon be a king. I'm sure that his first words will be for you. He misses you so much, as do I. Are you sure you cannot get away on Sunday after the Vespers? I thought that. 14 September, darling, I know that you must the best but all you and we cannot live. It's still all our lives. Lord Master is assured, my dear, that I understand your position is not good. Have you thought about ours, the children's advice? I cannot allow children. What is so called scandal next to the well-being of our family? We must become husband and wife legally to finally form a real fam.
A packet of letters addressed to the Reverend. They were written by a woman who mentions his illegitimate children. Their affair isn't official. Perfect. I have you now, my wayward Reverend.
I have you now. I think the clergies must have killed him because they must have found out
you were
about
gone a
his
terribly long
affair.
time, and Inspector Baines isn't with you?
I'm afraid not, Holmes. We were unable to find him.
Dr. Watson would not allow me to contact any inspector other than this Baines. What manners! I am a man of the church.
My dear Reverend, I notice that you are a chess lover. I trust you will excuse me, but I am never able to resist the appeal of a half-finished game.
You are an expert at chess. Very well, then. What do you want now?
As you might have guessed, resolving your small chess problem has allowed me to discover some very interesting letters.
Letters? What do they say?
Reverend, why hide these letters here and run the risk of the bishop finding them?
Holmes, what's in the letters?
Not now, Watson.
Where else could I have hidden them? My own chambers are too austere. They could offer no cover. I knew, however, that His Excellency, may he rest in peace, would not notice my game.
The contents of the Bishop of Knightsbridge's chest interest me greatly. Give me the elements you hold, Reverend.
Out of the question.
With the bishop no more, you are therefore the apostolic director of the diocese, are you not?
Well, yes, but only until someone else is appointed.
I am certain that the Honourable Bishop of York, whom I have the privilege of knowing well enough for him to listen to what I have to say, would recognise your qualities for the post.
If I receive new responsibilities, it will be through my faith and devotion, nothing else.
I am a gentleman, and it would distress me to be obliged to pass this correspondence across to your superiors.
Holmes, I know that the end justifies the means, but allow me to express some reservations about how you are proceeding.
You say you're a gentleman, but I hear nothing but the words of a blackmailer. The stems that you are looking for are scattered about this room. Manage by yourself.
God damn it.
You have no...
Impossible. Impossible. These traces.
What?
You have no...
I shouldn't have searched him, should I? I mean, threatened him.
What do you think, Holmes?
So avoid threatening him.
You have won.
Evidently, as I always do. What are you able to tell us about the Bishop of Knightsbridge's last days? Did anyone come?
His nephew came to see him yesterday at His Excellency's request. I found this visit a little peculiar because the young...
Do you know why that might be?
I don't think so. It's rather a consequence of his work. The young man is employed within the archive section.
Do you know the reason?
No, but the conversation was very heated. It only lasted for a few minutes and ended...
Interest.
I've answered your questions. Will you...
I'm afraid not. All right, now we can open the safe. Impossible.
Supposed to be. Fuck this. I don't know why this is the solution, but this is how it is.
Now I can open the... Here we are. I am eager to discover what remarkable treasure could justify such an act of barbarity.
Extraordinary.
This chest is impenetrable. How is it possible? No one other than the bishop should be able to open it.
You open the chest with disconcerting ease, Holmes.
Yeah.
I've seen and heard quite enough. This time you won't stop me.
Catch him, Watson.
What the?
But why?
Run, Watson. Hurry.
He's escaped. I hope that your motivations are founded, Holmes. I don't much like skirting around the edges of the law like this.
It is annoying. Let's leave without delay.
What have you found in the chest, Holmes? What in there is so precious for these men to commit such terrible acts?
The Reverend was telling the truth. Nothing important was locked inside the chest, apart from a few religious items which are hardly worth stealing.
So, we haven't made any headway. Perhaps the police will.
By the time the police arrive, we shall be a long way from here, Watson. We are leaving.
We have crossed London at a breakneck speed. We could have knocked someone over, and naturally I had to pay the cabbie out of my own pocket.
Watson, stop complaining. We have to analyze the clues found at the bishop's house. I need... No, it is... I haven't finished.
What am I supposed to? And liquids from the test tube use all activations to work out all of its characteristics.
I haven't finished my analysis. This fragment of stone is very smooth, and it seems to be of a peculiar quality. I shall... I can't do that. I can't do that.
Just strip it.
I can see... I can't do that. I can't do that. This stone is granite, covered in black paint. There is something written on this scalpel. I should clean it. I can't do that. Ah, I can make out WCCH. What do the initials stand for? How many hospitals are there in the Whitechapel area, Watson?
If we count public dispensaries, enough to keep us busy for an entire month. Did this scalpel come from a hospital?
Yes, as the initials WCCH engraved upon it show us. We must think on how best to deal with this. We do not have the time to investigate every hospital in Whitechapel.
Alright.
I can't do that. Tooth marks, rather deep ones. I'd say of incisors and a canine. Tooth marks. Tooth marks. Tooth mark. I can't. I haven't finished. I can't do that.
Honestly,
Tooth marks.
I don't know.
Tooth mark. Tooth marks. Fragments of tooth mark. Tooth mark. Fragments of skin. I can see some. I can see something. I can see something. I can see something.
I know, but
Black and damp earth under the nail. Interesting. Tooth marks, rather deep. I can see some. I can see something. I can't do that. I can't do. I can't do that.
am I just sleepy or what?
I haven't finished my analysis. Tooth mark. I can see something.
I know.
I can't.
Bite marks on this severed finger. I am afraid of the significance.
The thieves didn't get what they wanted. When they were faced with the bishop's refusal to cooperate, one of the gang shook his finger at him to indicate that he was responsible for his unfortunate state.
And the poor man, whose head was the only part of him not bound by ropes, bit the finger violently enough to sever it. An uncommonly savage act.
Watson, I am certain that when we have explained the reasons behind this sudden bestiality, we will have revealed a larger part of the mystery. I have cut a small piece off the rope. I can't do that. I can't do that. A lot of fragments of black, these small stones, resemble the pieces found black and damp. This rope, I must compare the samples of earth that I found. I must compare the samples of earth that I found. I must compare the samples of earth that I must compare the. And if I mix this earth with another substance, I can't do that. I can't. I haven't finished. I must analyze the clues.
1, 2, 1, 1. Ah, I see. Okay, damn it.
Poison, and apparently Very virulent. Poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years.
And shield. You can read all of this.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high security.
Then he cannot be the one.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan. I haven't finished my analysis. I can see something. I can see No, I can't. No, I can't do that. No, I can't. No, I can't do that. No, I can't. No, I can't do that. No, I can't. Now it must all be stirred. No, I can't do that. The samples of earth taken from beneath the fingernail, and how do you know? It took just a little water to analyze the consistency. The soil has retained its moisture, even though there has...
This soil could come from the bank of a river, or somewhere where the evaporation is slower.
The banks of the Thames are clay soil, unlike our samples, so we can rule that out. The nearest mines are 12 miles away, so I would rule that out also. I would...
A trench?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register of the London...
Studying the scalpel has given you an...
Indeed.
I'll get it. Read the paper, Holmes. And this is how my dear friend and colleague... This bust was used to fool... hospitals, and I have found...
Good. Put it on...
Female anatomy. The harpoon that was used to kill Black Peter. General practitioner. I have...
Good.
I have found...
Good.
I have found...
Good. Put it on the work table, will you?
What the hell is this guy's work table?
Here is the section showing Whitechapel. I made several notations on these pages during. All we need to do is to find a hospital or a public.
It's implicit. I haven't finished my analysis.
Rope is only on one side. Rope was manufactured rope was always used on the same side. Rope was used near water and it has rotted. If it had rotted, it would have rotted from everywhere. The damp pearls were rotten by the Bishop of Knight's killers. Soil is from a pit. Fragment of granite. Monument painted black. Painted rock. I have no idea which one. No? Again, I'm stuck on this.
I haven't finished.
What were their dialogues? Nice.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the Bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves.
Reduction appetite. Apprentice, sorry.
haven't finished my analysis. I haven't finished my analysis.
All we have to do is just put the things together. Pit, you know, a pit. So, not a building, not a tombstone factory, a grave maybe. Pit near a monument. Monument painted black.
Now I can make the right decision. I haven't finished my analysis.
What do you want? Whitechapel Clinic is near a grave.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just...
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the grave.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalp.
You remember Wiggins and his gang, the Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
Oh, yeah, the small children in front
I
of
think
his
he's
house.
here.
Very nice.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes, no one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course... I'm falling asleep, Holmes.
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
I like how the case goes on. even after
Wow, this
days
is a
and
real
stuff.
adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to.
Ah, I want to listen to.
My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielman.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Okay. I'll just save this here. And the game crashed. Can you believe that? Game crashes every time I try to save. Please don't make me do all of this again. For the love of God, please. Two AM. Are you serious? I'll just end the game here. Thank you for watching, viewers. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you tomorrow. This was day 1 of my live stream. We'll live stream the full game, don't worry. I'll put it as day 1 in the title. And like, subscribe, comment, follow. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you later. Bye bye.